Hey, what's up? It's Ryan from RNA Music in Canton, Texas. How's it going? Good. That's awesome. All right. Well, it's December 28th. It's nice and cozy outside. I've got my homemade toboggan and scarf on to keep me rocking and toasty. I did a couple of these Guitar Day videos back, and I got distracted with other stuff, so I thought I would return to it. So I had a request to do my Chapman ML2 Trans Black next in the Guitar of the Day thing. I said I would do it, but I'm gonna have to push it back, all right? Because if you go look, I've actually done a couple of videos with that guitar, and quite a few people have seen that guitar in action and talked about. I will get to it, but I'm going to push it back a little bit later because I have some other guitars that I haven't ever really talked about. Maybe you've seen me play them in one video or another, and there's some stories behind those as well. Today's guitar of the day is a Washburn WI66pro. Washburn WI66 Prizzo. So, interesting story behind this. I have four Washburn guitars in my personal collection. They're all the Idol guitar shape. We covered the Elite Idol before. You can go check out that video. And here's one of my other ones, so check it out. So Washburn WI66 Pro from 2005, made in Korea. You're probably thinking to yourself, I've seen this guitar before. You probably have seen this guitar before, but not as a Washburn. It's no surprise, hopefully, to some people that I am a huge Metallica fan. James Hetfield, particularly. If you watched my video about my Gibson Explorer, I kind of went into that. So, as a young man learning to play guitar for the first time, I had three really big guitar heroes, I guess that you might say. Guitar players I looked up to. Well, there were several, but the top three you might want to know about. This is important information. So my probably first and number one guitar hero was James Hetfield, and he rocks. There's all there is to that. Ankle change. So a little bit behind how I got this guitar. I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a few years. Something like that, 2005. Halfway through 2005 to halfway through 2008. So about 3 years I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Great town. So anyways, while we lived in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, I ended up working at a guitar center in Tulsa for about a year, 10 months, something like that. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. But anyway, after I quit working there, I went to a different job in sales. And but I was a good employee, and I was good to my employers, and I left on good terms and all that sort of stuff. So I was good friends with the guys who were still there. And I'd go back looking at guitars, and I already had my Washburn Elite Idol. I'd already bought that. And then I just went to the Guitar Center one day, just kind of browsing around, because now I had money after quitting Guitar Center. And I saw this guitar hanging in the used section. Now, if you know anything about Guitar Center and you've ever gone in to trade in a guitar, you know, if you've done this, you know that they don't give you hardly any at all for their trade-in value on your guitar, right? Now, I know everybody kind of gets ticked about that, but you got to understand with used gear, you know, if I'm going to take a used piece of guitar into my shop and I'm going to turn around and sell it to someone else, I have to make money off that, right? If I sell used gear and I don't make any money off of it, there's no point. So if you're going to, if you want to get a used guitar and you're going to take it to a store to try to get money for it, they're not going to give you anything for it. And that's not just Guitar Center, that's anywhere, because they got to turn around and sell it and mark it up and be able to make a profit. That's how business works. So, of course, I knew that. And I knew that whatever they gave the guy trade-in value for this guitar wasn't very much. And so I talked to the department manager there. I'm like, hey man, how much did y'all give that dude for this guitar? And he told me. And I basically bought it for kind of what they gave him trade-in value. And it had already been upgraded. I mean, these originally came with like Seymour Duncans. Which would have been cool, but they had already upgraded this. This has got an 81 and an 81 in it. Well, it had an 81 and an 81. I've actually took the 60 out of my Explorer and put it. So now it's got an 81 and a 60 in it. But so yeah, I found out what they gave the dude for it. And because I was a nice guy and I was a good employee and was still friends with the guys that worked there, they basically hooked me up and I paid pretty much what they gave for it in trade-in value, which was around $230, something like that. Now this, brand new, these guitars in 2005 sold for probably around $700, or anywhere between $600 and $800, brand new. I bought it $250, $230, $240. Anyway, $230, $240. So killer deal. Already had EMGs. Had a little buckle rash on the back. It's got some scratches, but it was just plain black. Fast forward a couple of years, and I had moved back to Texas from Oklahoma. Being the monster James Hetfield fan that I am, I decided to kind of tweak this. One of James's signature guitars that I always really liked was his Iron Cross. The Iron Cross Les Paul that he had. That if you've seen it in videos, it was actual Gibson Les Paul that he got. I think Bob Rock gave it to him, and then he had the little cross put on it and the racing stripe. And I always thought that was just a sick guitar. Awesome. You know, and ESP has come out and, you know, made replicas of it, but his first one was actual Gibson. And that was probably, of all his signature guitars, probably my favorite one. So I thought it'd be sweet to kind of make this one look like it. So eBay was my friend. I went online, and you can probably find them on eBay now. This is just a vinyl sticker. Believe it or not, I put the racing stripe on first. by itself, no cross, just a racing stripe. And I thought that was pretty awesome. So I had that for a couple of months, just a racing stripe. And then I got to thinking, you know what, let's just go all the way. And so from the same person that I got this vinyl racing strap from, I emailed them, and because they had these designs already, these little German iron cross things. And so I asked them if they could make this in a certain size. This is a vinyl sticker as well. And I measured it, and I gave them the dimensions I need, and they made one for me and mailed it to me. Kind of odd, you know, the Idol, Washburn Idol, is kind of a more compact than a Les Paul is. So there's a little bit less space between the tailpiece and the end of the guitar. So it kind of looks different, but you know, the Idol is an interesting shaped guitar anyway. So I really like it just because great upper fret access, and then, you know, because this little kind of semi cutaway up here, it's not really a dual cut. It's not really a total single cut either. It's almost like a single and a half cut shaped guitar, which I just think is awesome. So I got those vinyl stickers, started with the racing stripe. A couple months later, got the little thing, got the cross, and boom, Bob's your uncle. Here's my Washburn WI66pro James Hetfield Iron Cross tribute guitar. So that's the story behind this guy. You've probably seen it. People think that's pretty sweet. I kind of just made my own Iron Cross tribute. I can take these vinyl off if I want to. I may end up doing that sometime. But I have several black guitars. Several black guitars. And so this kind of makes it stand out a little bit and not just be solid black. Alright, thanks for checking out my video, Guitar of the Day. This is one of my 4 Washburns. And there's some secret information in this video that you should pay attention to, because it might be important in an upcoming video. I mentioned 3 of my biggest influences or heroes, guitar players, as a young guy learning how to play guitar. That might be important. And I still look up to those guys, you know, a lot. But it's a new millennium, right? And so who inspires me today? Well, that's a good question. Who inspires me to play guitar today and really gets me fired up? There is somebody new. I can't play guitar like him, and probably never will. I don't even play guitars with that many strings. But that dude is my current 21st century guitar hero, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Makes me want to play guitar and makes me want to get better. And I have a long way to go still, but that information is good to know too. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We've gotten a lot of views, which is awesome. Thank you so much. Keep getting new subscribers every day. If you have any questions about any of these guitars, please leave a comment below, leave a question, give us a thumbs up and a like, subscribe to the channel, and we will talk to you soon. Keep the music alive, you guys.